The court made an important ruling about what happens when a plaintiff decides to change their complaint after a case has been moved to federal court. The case of Royal Canin U.S.A. Inc. versus Wullschleger is a nuanced issue regarding the jurisdiction of federal courts. Nine Robes uses non-partisan, everyday language to focus on the facts of what the Supreme Court is saying. Here, you'll find clear, concise summaries of every Supreme Court opinion, stripped of legalese and clickbait headlines. Each post breaks down the facts, explains the court's reasoning, and highlights the crucial details that often go unnoticed. It's not just about what the court decided, it's about why those decisions matter. To give you a deeper understanding of the cases that define our nation's legal landscape. These summaries are generated by AI. Be careful and consult reputable sources when in doubt. The court decided that if a plaintiff removes all federal claims from their complaint, only leaving state law claims, the federal court can no longer handle the case. This means the case must go back to state court. Justice Elena Kagan wrote the majority opinion, and she was joined by several other justices in this decision. This ruling clarifies how federal and state courts interact when it comes to jurisdiction, especially in cases where the nature of the claims changes after the case has been filed. It emphasizes the importance of understanding where a case should be heard based on the claims being made. The case of Royal Canin U.S.A. Inc. v. Wullschleger arose when Anastasia Wullschleger filed a lawsuit against Royal Canin in Missouri State Court, alleging deceptive marketing practices related to a prescription dog food product. Her original complaint included both federal claims under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, FDCA, and state law claims under the Missouri Merchandising Practices Act and state antitrust law. Royal Canin removed the case to federal court based on the federal claims, which allowed for supplemental jurisdiction over the state claims. However, Wullschleger later amended her complaint to remove all federal claims, seeking to have the case remanded back to state court. The district court denied her request, but the Eighth Circuit reversed this decision, leading to the Supreme Court's review to resolve a circuit split regarding the effect of such amendments on federal jurisdiction. The Supreme Court, in a unanimous opinion delivered by Justice Kagan, held that when a plaintiff amends her complaint to eliminate federal claims that provided the basis for federal jurisdiction, the federal court loses its supplemental jurisdiction over any remaining state law claims. The court emphasized that federal courts are courts of limited jurisdiction and the jurisdictional analysis must be based on the amended complaint. The court interpreted 28 U.S.A. 1367, which governs supplemental jurisdiction, to mean that if federal question jurisdiction is lost due to the removal of federal claims, then supplemental jurisdiction over state claims also ceases. The court affirmed the Eighth Circuit's decision to remand the case to state court, concluding that Wullschleger's amendment effectively reconfigured her suit to be solely about state law. There were no dissenting opinions in this case. The ruling was unanimous. The case highlights the nuanced relationship between federal and state jurisdiction, particularly in the context of amended pleadings. The court's interpretation of 1367 underscores that jurisdiction is determined by the current operative complaint rather than the original filing. This principle is significant because it allows plaintiffs to control the jurisdictional landscape of their cases by choosing which claims to assert. The ruling clarifies that once federal claims are removed, the federal court cannot retain jurisdiction over state claims, reinforcing the idea that federal courts are not a default forum for all disputes. This decision also addresses a circuit split, providing a clear precedent that aligns with the established principle that jurisdiction follows the amended complaint, thereby ensuring consistency in how federal courts handle similar cases in the future. Find us online at 9robes.ai. That's the number, 9robes.ai. Like and share this podcast with friends that like to be informed. 9 Robes provides AI summaries of U.S. Supreme Court cases. AI makes mistakes. People make mistakes too. We genuinely do our best to provide you with the most accurate summaries, but our best sometimes includes errors.